Overview. Neuroscience is the scientific study of the nervous system, encompassing the brain, spinal cord, and networks of neurons throughout the body. This field seeks to understand how the nervous system functions at various levels, from molecular and cellular mechanisms to behavior and cognition. Neuroscience integrates knowledge from biology, psychology, chemistry, and physics to explore how neural processes underlie thoughts, emotions, and actions. Learning objectives. Define neuroscience and its scope. Understand the structure and function of the nervous system. Explore key concepts and methodologies in neuroscience research. Examine the applications of neuroscience in medicine and mental health. Investigate emerging trends and future directions in neuroscience. Section 1. Defining neuroscience. What is neuroscience? Neuroscience is a multidisciplinary field that investigates the anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and molecular biology of nerves and nervous tissue, and their relationship to behavior and learning. Scope of neuroscience. Molecular and cellular neuroscience studies the roles of genes, proteins, and cells in the functioning of the nervous system. Systems neuroscience examines how groups of neurons interact to form networks and circuits that underlie specific brain functions. Cognitive neuroscience explores the neural mechanisms underlying cognitive processes such as memory, language, and decision-making. Behavioral neuroscience investigates how the nervous system influences behavior and how behavior, in turn, affects the brain. Clinical neuroscience focuses on the diagnosis and treatment of neurological and psychiatric disorders. Section 2. Structure and function of the nervous system. Anatomy of the nervous system. Central nervous system, CNS, comprises the brain and spinal cord. Brain, the control center of the body, responsible for processing sensory information, regulating bodily functions, and facilitating cognition and emotion. Cerebrum, the largest part of the brain, divided into two hemispheres, involved in higher cognitive functions. Cerebellum coordinates motor control and balance. Brainstem controls basic life functions such as heart rate, breathing, and sleep cycles. Spinal cord transmits signals between the brain and the rest of the body and coordinates reflexes. Peripheral nervous system, PNS, consists of nerves that connect the CNS to the rest of the body. Somatic nervous system controls voluntary movements and transmits sensory information. Autonomic nervous system regulates involuntary functions such as heart rate and digestion. Sympathetic nervous system prepares the body for fight or flight responses. Parasympathetic nervous system promotes rest and digest activities. Neurons and glial cells. Neurons, the primary signaling units of the nervous system. Structure consists of a cell body, soma. Dendrites receive signals, and an axon transmits signals. Function communicate via electrical impulses and chemical neurotransmitters. Glial cells support neurons in various ways, including maintaining homeostasis, forming myelin, and providing support and protection. Section 3. Key concepts and methodologies in neuroscience. Neural communication. Action potentials. Electrical impulses that travel along the axon to transmit information. Synaptic transmission, the process by which neurotransmitters are released from one neuron and bind to receptors on another, facilitating communication. Neuroplasticity. Definition, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Importance, essential for learning, memory, and recovery from brain injuries. Neurogenesis. Definition, the process of generating new neurons, particularly in the hippocampus. Significance, plays a role in learning, memory, and mood regulation. Neuroimaging techniques. Functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, measures brain activity by detecting changes in blood flow. Electroencephalography, EEG, records electrical activity of the brain. Positron emission tomography. PET uses radioactive tracers to visualize brain activity. Behavioral and cognitive assessments. Psychophysical tests measure the relationship between physical stimuli and sensory perception. Cognitive tasks, assessments designed to evaluate functions such as memory, attention, and problem-solving. Section 4. Applications of neuroscience in medicine and mental health. Neurological disorders. Alzheimer's disease, degenerative brain disorder characterized by memory loss and cognitive decline. Parkinson's disease, movement disorder caused by the degeneration of dopamine-producing neurons in the brain. Multiple sclerosis, MS, autoimmune disorder that damages the myelin sheath of neurons, affecting nerve signal transmission. Psychiatric disorders. Depression, mood disorder with symptoms such as persistent sadness and loss of interest. Schizophrenia, severe mental disorder characterized by distorted thinking, perceptions, emotions, and behavior. Anxiety disorders, a group of disorders involving excessive fear and anxiety. Cognitive enhancement and rehabilitation. Neurofeedback, technique that uses real-time monitoring of brain activity to teach self-regulation of brain function. Brain-computer interfaces, BCI systems that allow direct communication between the brain and external devices, useful for rehabilitation and assisting individuals with disabilities. Section 5. Emerging trends and future directions in neuroscience. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. Application, used to analyze complex neural data, model brain functions, and develop new treatments. Neuroethics. Focus. Addresses ethical issues related to advancements in neuroscience, including privacy, consent, and the implications of brain enhancement technologies. Personalized medicine. Approach, tailoring medical treatment to individual characteristics based on genetic, biomarker, and neuroimaging data. Brain-computer interfaces, BCIs. Development. Advances in BCIs hold promise for enhancing communication and control for individuals with severe disabilities. Neuroscience and society. Impact. Understanding the brain's role in behavior and cognition has significant implications for education, law, and social policy. Quantum consciousness and its theoretical foundations. Quantum consciousness refers to the idea that quantum mechanical processes, which occur at the subatomic level, play a critical role in the emergence and nature of conscious experience. This theory suggests that traditional neural mechanisms alone cannot fully explain consciousness and that quantum phenomena within the brain are integral to understanding how consciousness arises. Key concepts in quantum mechanics relevant to consciousness. Superposition. Quantum entities can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This principle implies that a particle, such as an electron, can be in multiple places or states until it is observed or measured, at which point it collapses into a single state. Entanglement. Quantum entanglement describes a phenomenon where particles become interconnected in such a way that the state of one particle instantaneously influences the state of another, no matter the distance between them. This implies a deep level of interconnectedness that transcends classical physical boundaries. Wave-particle duality. Quantum entities exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties. For example, light can behave as both a particle, photon, and a wave, depending on the type of experiment conducted. This duality suggests that consciousness might also have dual aspects. Quantum coherence. This is the idea that particles can exist in a coherent state, where their wave functions are synchronized. In the context of consciousness, it suggests that coherent states in the brain might play a role in conscious experience. Theoretical foundations of quantum consciousness. Several theories attempt to explain how quantum mechanics could be connected to consciousness. 1. Orchestroir theory, orchestrated objective reduction. Proponents: Roger Penrose, a physicist, and Stuart Hameroff, an anesthesiologist. Core concept: This theory proposes that consciousness arises from quantum computations occurring within microtubules, structural components of neurons. Penrose and Hameroff suggest that these microtubules orchestrate quantum processes, and when these quantum states collapse, objective reduction, they produce conscious experience. The theory integrates principles from quantum mechanics and theories of brain function, proposing that the brain's neural network is not sufficient alone to explain consciousness. 2. Quantum brain dynamics, QBD. Proponents: Hiromi Umezawa and Giuseppe Vitiello. Core concept: QBD posits that the brain operates as a quantum system, where quantum fields within the brain influence neural activities. This theory uses quantum field theory to explain how consciousness might arise from coherent quantum states within the brain, suggesting that quantum coherence in neural networks contributes to cognitive processes and conscious experience. 3. Quantum mind hypotheses. Various theories. The term quantum mind encompasses a range of theories that suggest quantum phenomena are essential for consciousness. Core concept: these hypotheses propose that classical physics cannot fully account for the complexity and richness of conscious experience. Quantum mechanics, with its principles of superposition and entanglement, offers a framework that could potentially explain the non-local, interconnected, and dynamic nature of consciousness. Implications of quantum consciousness. Understanding quantum consciousness has profound implications for various fields. Neuroscience. It challenges the classical neural network models of the brain and suggests new avenues for exploring brain function and consciousness. Philosophy of mind. It provides a potential solution to the hard problem of consciousness, explaining why and how subjective experiences arise from physical processes. Mental health and therapy. Insights from quantum consciousness could lead to novel therapeutic approaches that leverage quantum principles to treat mental health disorders. Holistic medicine. Integrating quantum consciousness into holistic health practices emphasizes the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit, promoting a more comprehensive approach to well-being. Quantum consciousness represents a frontier in understanding the nature of conscious experience, bridging the gap between quantum physics and cognitive science. While it remains a theoretical concept, ongoing research and interdisciplinary dialogue continue to explore its validity and implications for science, medicine, and philosophy. Section 3. Consciousness and mental health. Consciousness and self-awareness in mental health. Self-reflection. The ability to reflect on one's thoughts and emotions is crucial for mental health and self-regulation. Mindfulness. Practices that enhance present-moment awareness, such as mindfulness meditation, have been shown to improve mental health outcomes and altered states of consciousness. What are altered states of consciousness? Altered states of consciousness are any mental states that differ significantly from normal waking consciousness. Characteristics include changes in perception, altered sensory experiences, such as heightened or diminished sensitivity to external stimuli, enhanced awareness, increased awareness of internal states or a sense of unity with the environment, altered sense of time, a perception that time is speeding up, slowing down, or standing still, emotional variations, intensified or muted emotional experiences, cognitive changes, altered thought patterns, including clarity, creativity, or confusion. Examples of ASCs. Meditative states, deep focus and relaxation achieved through meditation practices. Hypnagogic states, the transitional state between wakefulness and sleep. Flow states, immersive engagement in an activity, often leading to optimal performance. Psychedelic states, altered perceptions and consciousness induced by substances such as psilocybin or LSD. Neuroplasticity, understanding and enhancing brain adaptability. Overview. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This capacity for change is fundamental for learning, memory, recovery from brain injuries, and adapting to new experiences. Enhancing neuroplasticity can lead to improved cognitive function, mental health, and overall well-being. Section 1. Defining neuroplasticity. What is neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity, also known as brain plasticity, refers to the brain's ability to change and adapt in response to experience, learning, and environmental influences. This adaptability occurs through the strengthening or weakening of synapses, the formation of new synaptic connections, and the generation of new neurons in certain brain regions. Significance of neuroplasticity. Learning and memory. Neuroplasticity underlies the brain's capacity to acquire new knowledge and skills and to store information. Recovery from injury enables the brain to compensate for lost functions or to maximize remaining functions following brain damage. Adaptation to change allows the brain to adjust to new situations and environments, promoting resilience. Section 2. Mechanisms of neuroplasticity. Synaptic plasticity. Long-term potentiation LP, a long-lasting increase in synaptic strength following high-frequency stimulation of a synapse, essential for learning and memory. Long-term depression LTD, a long-lasting decrease in synaptic strength following low-frequency stimulation, important for synaptic pruning and refining neural circuits. Neurogenesis. Definition: the process of generating new neurons, primarily occurring in the hippocampus, a region involved in learning and memory. Significance: contributes to cognitive flexibility and emotional regulation. Dendritic arborization. Definition: the growth and branching of dendrites, the parts of neurons that receive signals from other neurons. Significance: increases the complexity of neural networks and enhances the brain's processing capabilities. Section 3. Factors influencing neuroplasticity. Positive influences. Learning and mental stimulation. Engaging in new and challenging activities promotes synaptic plasticity and neurogenesis. Physical exercise. Regular aerobic exercise increases blood flow to the brain, supports neurogenesis, and enhances cognitive function. Healthy diet. Nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins support brain health and neuroplasticity. Social interaction. Positive social experiences stimulate cognitive and emotional development, enhancing neural connectivity. Negative influences. Chronic stress. Elevated levels of stress hormones, e.g., cortisol, can impair neurogenesis and synaptic plasticity. Sleep deprivation. Lack of sleep disrupts neural connectivity and impairs cognitive functions. Substance abuse. Drugs and alcohol can damage neural circuits and reduce neuroplasticity. Section 4. Strategies to quickly improve neuroplasticity. Physical exercise. Aerobic exercise. Activities such as running, cycling, and swimming increase blood flow to the brain and promote the release of neurotrophic factors like BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which supports neuroplasticity. Strength training. Resistance exercises enhance cognitive function and support neuroplasticity through different mechanisms than aerobic exercise. Cognitive training. Brain games. Engaging in puzzles, memory games, and problem-solving activities stimulates neural pathways and enhances cognitive flexibility. Learning new skills. Acquiring new skills, such as playing a musical instrument or learning a new language, promotes synaptic plasticity and neurogenesis. Mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness meditation. Practices such as focused attention and loving-kindness meditation increase gray matter density in brain regions associated with learning, memory, and emotional regulation. Yoga and Tai Chi. These practices combine physical movement with mental focus, promoting relaxation and neuroplasticity. Nutrition and supplements. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish oil and flaxseed. These fatty acids support synaptic plasticity and cognitive function. Antioxidants. Vitamins C and E, found in fruits and vegetables, protect neurons from oxidative stress and support neuroplasticity. Curcumin, a compound found in turmeric. Curcumin has anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties that promote neurogenesis. Social engagement. Social activities. Participating in group activities, clubs, or community events stimulates cognitive and emotional processes. Meaningful conversations. Engaging in deep and meaningful conversations can enhance cognitive function and emotional well-being. Sleep hygiene. Quality sleep. Ensuring 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night supports memory consolidation and neurogenesis. Consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate circadian rhythms and optimize brain function. Neuroplasticity is a fundamental property of the brain that enables learning, memory, recovery from injury, and adaptation to new experiences. By understanding the mechanisms and factors that influence neuroplasticity, we can adopt strategies to enhance it quickly. Engaging in physical exercise, cognitive training, mindfulness practices, maintaining a healthy diet, fostering social connections, and ensuring quality sleep are effective ways to boost neuroplasticity and improve cognitive function and overall mental health. Conclusion. Neuroscience provides profound insights into the workings of the brain and nervous system, contributing to our understanding of behavior, cognition, and mental health. By integrating various scientific disciplines and employing advanced methodologies, neuroscience continues to reveal the intricate mechanisms underlying human experience and offers new avenues for medical and therapeutic interventions. The future of neuroscience holds exciting possibilities for enhancing human well-being and addressing complex neurological and psychiatric disorders.